Warning. This show contains strong language and topics that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised.
It's my life in the box in front of me. Taking talk in my arms is the soul of me. You walk by, ask to see me late face
Hello wrestling fans, and welcome to another edition of Suplah. I am Andy Gordon, and with me as always, well, kind of, well, sort of, is Sam Brooks.
I might as well be the new replacement for Liam Dunn at this rate.
And with me as always, is Sam Brooks.
What?
That's what I say when the person's always here, so you now have that title.
Oh, great, I thought you were just repeating yourself for absolutely no
No,
fucking reason.
No, I'm not stupid, I'm just...
Oh, you're not? That's news to me. Breaking news, everybody. Village Idiot is in fact not an idiot.
I'm
by
not
his
a
own...
village idiot. I'm not stupid. I'm actually intelligent, kind of.
And you're gonna prove that throughout the rest of this 1 hour show, right?
Perhaps.
Well, we can only hope. Go on, read the first out headline. What is it? What is it? What are we talking
okay.
about first?
So, Rowdy Roddy Piper has reportedly lost his WWE Legends deal. According to PWInsider.com, on the latest edition of Ric Flair's podcast, Flair discussed that Piper had been dropped from his WWE Legends deal as a result of Roddy Piper's public issues with Stone Cold Steve Austin. And what issues are they, Sam?
Well, it's funny you mention that because, Roddy Piper has been in fact dropped from his Podcast One podcast. Supposedly... because of Steve Austin.
Why, Sam?
Basically, Piper just did a podcast and he had a Will Sasso from Saturday Night Live fame on it, and he did a quite good, actually, Steve Austin impression. But apparently Austin took it personally and pulled the show about 6 hours after it was uploaded, at least according to Piper.
But I've heard that Stone Cold says he had nothing to do with it on his podcast.
Well, this is actually what he said. He said... To Roddy, you're one of the all-time greats in the professional wrestling business. I cheer for you as a babyface. I boo for you as a heel. And respected everything that you did. Your Hall of Fame career speaks for what it is. So that, no hard feelings. I don't want to go back and forth on this. It's a closed book. That's my side of the story. I will not respond to anything else. What I have spoken is the bottom line, and what I have spoken is the truth. I had nothing to do with Roddy Piper leaving Podcast One. End of story.
What in
the fuck are you doing?
Stone Cold theme song.
Oh, was that?
Yes.
I thought you were having a fit.
No, I'll do it again if you want.
No, please don't. Spare me.
Okay.
Spare me the luxury.
So, this is all kind of a bit weird. Like, why would Piper lose his Legends deal over a podcast?
It's weird. I mean, Piper hasn't exactly been on the, let's call it the sane-minded train lately.
Yeah.
Are we gonna forget recently when he supposedly accused Pat Patterson of doing, bad things to him, but then later said, no, I never did that, even though it's on video, and it's clear.
Yes, it's in a shoot interview, so... I've seen that clip.
I think everyone has seen that clip by now. I know I have.
It's weird.
It is weird.
I'm feeling a bit sorry for this guy, because I don't know what's wrong with him. Is he going mad? What the fuck?
You know, if I was Roddy Piper at his age right now, I would probably have gone mad about 2 years ago, so maybe it's a slow burn effect with this guy.
Not gonna lie, and as a podcaster, and since we've had competition now from people like Stone Cold and Piper, good.
Oh, hang
the less
on,
competition,
the less competition, the better. Is that what you're saying?
I'm an asshole, yes.
Because we're practically embroiled in a Thursday night war with the Podcast One network.
We're going against Stone Cold Steve. No, we're not going against Austin. God no, Jesus
We're
Christ.
going to read out spoilers for what he's going to talk about, and then everyone's going to go watch that, and we'll be fucked.
Yeah. Oh, Stone Cold, is he going to have The Rock on his podcast? Ha! I put a load of earbuds in the ears.
Yeah, thank you. I was going to say, if I put a load of buds in the ears.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I mean, what the
didn't
fuck?
even
It's
know
Stone
Piper-
Cold. It's Stone Cold Steve Austin. Why is he going to get offended by a couple of Will Sasso impressions? And I know
There's a Vine.
they basically talked about it, like, on the show. They basically said, there were rumors of heat with Vince McMahon over WrestleMania season, about him quitting the WWE and basing his career off of catchphrases and other topics, and it's like, how offended can Stone Cold possibly get about this? It's nothing to get offended about. If anything, he should be like, yeah, some of that's true, some of that's false, but fuck you anyway.
There's a Vine on Vine. Wow.
Well, nowhere else would it be, Andy.
Shut up, damn it. There's a Vine of Will Sasso, and Stone Cold sat in front of him, and he goes, I'm about to take a big ass drop. If you want to see Stone Cold Steve Austin and take a big ass shit, give me a hell yeah. And then Austin's just like, well, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, everyone's seen
It's
that Vine.
like-
It's fucking hilarious.
Fucking hilarious. I can't see why Austin would have a fucking problem with someone taking... I'm Stone Cold Steve Austin. You think Stone Cold's gonna fucking find me and fucking be like, fuck you, Andy, you little prick? No, of course not.
Well,
God
no,
damn
because
it.
for one, that was a terrible impression of Stone Cold.
Okay, I'll do a better one. And that's the bottom line. Cause Stone Cold is you.
What the... Cause Stone Cold is you. Is he just incapable of finishing words now?
I think everybody needs to stop doing the DDT.
When the fuck did he say that?
He's been going on about this for months. He's like,
I don't listen to his
people need to
fucking
stop
podcasts.
doing the tornado DDT.
Why, Steve?
I don't know. Probably because he wasn't able to ever do one in his career. I don't fucking know.
Well, that's not even his own fault, so I don't know what his
I
fucking
feel
problem
bad
is.
because he got dropped on his head. I feel like such a twat. The point is...
Yeah, what is the fucking point of all of this? Basically,
I
is
didn't
there any
even
beef
realise-
between these two? Who fucking knows? Who fucking cares? It doesn't
But
really
that's
matter.
that's not my point. My point is, I didn't even realise Piper had a fucking podcast.
You know what? Neither did I. So this is news to me.
So... And guess what? He doesn't anymore, so who really cares?
Exactly.
This was a pointless article. Congratulations.
Brilliant, amazing. But since we're on the topic of Stone Cold Steve Austin, we might as well talk about perhaps the biggest news to come out of the Dirty Sheets in the past
He's
2
learned
weeks.
how to do a DDT.
Maybe you could get him to learn how to do a DDT in the new
okay.
WWE 2K video game, because Stone Cold Steve Austin has officially been announced as the 2K316 cover star.
No.
In an announcement video posted by 2K, it shows a video of a man digging up the Broken Skull belt, I believe it's called, on the
Yes.
Broken Skull Ranch, or whatever the fuck he calls his plot of land. And big reveal, it's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
No.
And it's like,
No.
no, it's Gollum Dixie.
No. I was doing Lord Palpatine, actually. No.
But yeah, this whole fucking thing apparently caught Austin off guard, because it's been a while since he's wrestled and actually done anything good for the company. No shit. The only thing you've been doing lately are podcasts. What else have you done? He says that he's excited about injecting some Texas rattlesnake into the game and quote-unquote overall campaign, so what impact Stone Cold has on the actual game itself as opposed to the box art has yet to be seen, because the only thing we know about 2K16 so far is the roster is going to have 120 characters that are all like individual characters that aren't just like 5 John Cena skins or 8 Mark Henry skins. And
but
the release date
I don't believe
is
that.
October 27th in North America and the 30th internationally. So, is this a good thing? I think yes.
No.
Okay, Andy, why don't you tell us why this is a bad thing?
This is bad.
Why is it
I mean,
bad?
here's the thing. People that buy wrestling games are wrestling fans. No ordinary, I say ordinary, because if you like wrestling at this point, we are a very small group of people.
We're
Let's face
niche.
facts.
We're a very niche market.
We're niche. We're like a cult. We're just a niche bunch of people that
Wouldn't
won't
say
turn.
that.
We can't turn this shit off now, no matter what's on the fucking screen at this point.
Very good point.
So, the point is, and it's the same with the games. People go out in their droves to buy these shit games. I haven't. I actually didn't buy 2K15 because it looked like crap.
You want to know the last WWE game that I actually bought with my own money?
Which one was that?
SmackDown vs. Raw 2009. I haven't bought one in nearly 10 years. Why am I going to do it now?
And that's the thing. Like, wrestling fans who buy these games year in, year out will buy it. But I honestly don't think a normal person is going to go to a store or go on Amazon and be like, there's Stone Cold Steve Austin. Cool, I'm going to go buy that game. No, they're going to be like, oh, Fallout 4 has come out. That's what they're going to be doing. It's like, it doesn't matter if you stick Stone Cold on the box, Seth Rollins on the box, Brock Lesnar on the box, Dean Ambrose on a box, a turd on the box. It doesn't matter, because the same idiots buy this shit game year in and year out. It doesn't matter.
So,
and the annoying thing is,
Andy, why, if it really doesn't matter, why is it a bad thing that Stone Cold is on the cover?
Because he's not relevant anymore. He's not relevant. The only reason why they stuck him on the box was so that other people from like 10 years ago be like, oh, Stone Cold Steve Austin, awesome. Like, I don't think it's going to matter or anyone's going to fucking care. They should have just stuck someone or people on there that are actually relevant. Not some guy that is his only claim to fame right now are podcasts. You might as well stick me on the fucking box at this point, because I do podcasts.
Well, here's a Photoshop of what Andy would look like on the cover of 2K16 right about now, but...
You know what? That's perfect. Do that. Do that, print it off, stick it on your fucking box.
There you go.
And call it the Suplah edition, even though there's no extra things, but fuck it.
But, Andy, your point is basically, it doesn't matter who's on the cover, because the same people are going to be buying this game. But you might as well have someone
relevant on it, for Christ's sake.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Your point is that it doesn't matter who's on the front cover of the game because the same amount of people are going to be buying it, right?
No, my point is, their ploy for this is to try and get people in who recognise Stone Cold Steve Austin, rather than trying to get somebody contemporary on and make a decent fucking game.
Well, I'm a person who believes that the box art of a video game isn't necessarily reflective of how bad the video game itself is.
But the whole marketing for this game is around Austin.
Let me finish. You have a bad habit of interrupting people, Andy. We need to fix that.
I know.
My problem with this whole thing is, yes, the same amount of people are going to be buying this game because wrestling fans buy the games anyway because they're wrestling fans. It's almost in their contract. Outsiders are not going to be swayed to buy this game if it has Stone Cold on the cover, or Seth Rollins on the cover, or even John Cena on the cover, who is arguably more culturally relevant now than Stone Cold Steve Austin. But, because it doesn't matter, and because it might have an indication of what the actual video game is, I mean, we've already heard rumours that Stone Cold is going to be part of a major campaign of this video game. To me, this makes sense.
I mean...
I understand your point of view, I really do, because, as Stone Cold himself has said, he hasn't done anything in the ring for, like, over a decade now. Why not put someone who is currently on the rise up there, like, I don't know, Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Kevin Owens, any of these people who are actually relevant to the product right now? I
honestly wouldn't mind Austin on the cover, if there are other people on the cover as well. So, like, people are like, oh, that's Stone Cold, but I don't know who this guy with the demon face paint is, but he looks pretty cool, and I know who John Cena is, and I recognise that. Oh, that's Brock Lesnar, right, okay, and there's some long-haired guy with a title, well, you know, he's the champion, he must be good, right? That is a better way of doing it than just having one guy on a cover. I don't know why.
Well, we don't even know if they're having multiple covers announced for it yet. That's the thing. They could always do the thing they did with 2K14, where they have The Rock and Daniel Bryan as available covers. We don't know what they're doing yet. The only thing that we know for sure is that Steve Austin is the quote-unquote official cover star, so he's just going to be the standard. You could probably turn the paper that's in the case inside out, and you would have Seth Rollins or Finn Balor or anyone on the inside.
Okay, yeah, it's a box cover, but I just worry that it's not going to help the game at all. But
your point is that it doesn't matter if it in the eyes of the buyer.
So we might as well just have someone more relevant then, because that's kind of it's more of a growing concern about the industry. Because this is, I know it's a bit of a step and a bit of a stretch, but when the industry needs names like Brock Lesnar to come back, I mean, it's not even that. It's like, for 3-4 months, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins have had this feud.
We've had it for longer than that, mate.
Completely pointless.
Well, I wouldn't even say that it's pointless now.
It is!
It's not, no, it's not pointless.
Ambrose is now in purgatory. He's feuding with Kane. No, that's actually hell. So, and I'm not saying because Kane likes fire. I mean that, like, it's now just
I
fucking...
got it. I got the point.
Right? Brock has just come back, and he's wasted my time, my emotional investment in Dean Ambrose, my fucking money. Just, no. Like, no one cares about Brock outside of the business.
Well, that's just not true.
It is.
No,
because
it's not. No, it's not. There are many people. There are many people who care about Brock Lesnar.
Because the last time before this previous time Brock was on a show, it was one of the worst Raws, like, ratings in history. So.
Yeah, but the ratings aren't necessarily reflective of who's actually on the program. It's reflective of the program is too long. And based on the performance last week, because, call me crazy, if I see a show one week and I'm like, oh, this is terrible, I'm not going to watch it next week. But then again, I'm a wrestling fan and I have to watch it every fucking week because it's in my invisible contract. But anyway, I think we're diverting from the original point here. The point is, Stone Cold on the cover of 2K. Is he going to be a major factor in the game? Probably. Does it make sense for him to be on the box art? Yes. Should someone who's more relevant be a bigger factor in the game and be on the box art? Say Finn Balor? Yes. But I've got the reasonings for it here. I've got the statement from Chris Snyder, who is the Vice President of Marketing at 2K. He says,
this should be good.
Stone Cold Steve Austin's iconic style, unmistakable personality, and worldwide reverence from the WWE Universe makes him the ideal fit for WWE 2K16. Not only will Austin grace the video game's cover, but he's involved in shaping its creative direction. Through his numerous contributions, inclusion on the largest roster in franchise history, and the game's to-be-announced features, 2K16 is certain to put everyone on notice. So, he kind of has a point. Stone Cold Steve Austin is one of the most recognizable characters we've ever seen in wrestling. Like, period. To the point where TNA will get one of their masked wrestlers to parody him for literally no fucking reason. He's a recognizable face, and to put that on the cover of a video game, they're obviously thinking, this will ship more units, this will be a good thing. But, as we've both said, no. Because, like, if you're not a wrestling fan, why are you gonna buy a wrestling video game? That's like me buying fucking FIFA. One of the FIFA games.
Yeah, the thing about FIFA is that people buy that fucking, it's pretty much the same game every year. I'm one of these turds that buy that game now every year. But what they do is they do a voting system where either you could, like, I think for that and, like, Madden, you can vote for who you want. Or, at least, if you can't vote for it, they put someone on there that's fucking relevant. I'm looking at the fucking cover for FIFA 15. It has Messi and Eden Hazard on it, right? They're relevant. It doesn't have Eric fucking Cantona and fucking Thierry Henry on the fucking cover. Because that doesn't make any fucking sense.
I mean, yeah, sure, that's a point, but hell, looking at the other 2K video game covers, Michael Jordan is on the fucking NBA 2K video game covers. When was the last time he fucking played?
Why?
It's a thing that they do. 2K obviously has this mindset where famous person relating to this sport, put him on the box art, immediately sell 1,000 million copies. Like, no.
And what, LeBron James isn't?
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck? This is the problem.
And, like, that's just a problem with 2K, but as we've rightly said, again and again, and we're going to say it now again, it doesn't matter. Because non-wrestling fans are not going to buy the wrestling game. Wrestling fans are going to buy the wrestling game because they are wrestling fans, and they want to play the newest fucking thing that's out, and hey, Stone Cold is pretty cool. I'd play a video game based around Stone Cold.
You know what they need to do? Fix the fucking create mode.
Oh god, there are so many things that they need to fix with this fucking video game. I've not even played 2K15, and I can see the flaws that they have in this game that makes it so bad.
They need to put all the stuff that was in the game before. Well, I'm talking about the 360 versions, because there was literally no point removing it for that. I have no clue to this day why they didn't just leave it in. Put that stuff back. And at least try and make it work for 2K16. It's just, I hate the fucking yearly number thing. It pisses me off. Just, oh God, just stop doing dumb things. Speaking of dumb things, WWE have rules for their announced teams, and guess what, Sam? Thanks to some person on Squared Circle.
Hey, the Reddit thread that I'm always a part of. How's it going, Squared Circle? How you doing?
it's leaked, and basically they're all a set of images. We don't know who they're from, but if it is true, there are a set of rules and phrases, what not to say, what to call, and what not to call, including like do's and don'ts. So the do's are: don't be crude, especially with the divas. Always prepare for tape shows. Make notes on the superstars yourself. Be aware of major international crises and events, so you don't say anything stupid, which makes sense. Understanding the history of and the heritage of the business, and most importantly, have some fun. Damn it! It doesn't say that exactly, but you know you can.
You know what? I
imagine
wouldn't
what
be
it
fucking
says.
surprised if it did say that at this point. Don't forget to have fun, guys, when JBL is constantly talking you down and practically hazing you every week. Shut up, Byron. Have fun. It's like, the fuck?
There are loads of other things like don'ts. Like Vince doesn't want people to read the dirt sheets. He doesn't like WrestleMania to be called the granddaddy of them all because he says that it's old. He doesn't like the idea or the term of titles changing hands, and he doesn't like references to 5-star matches or match of the year. He does not like the use of the word hatred, even though it's wrestling. And the don'ts are cursing, cool blood, so basically if someone's bleeding, ignore it. Don't call the obvious, so for instance if the ref is counting to 10, instead you should say that that person needs to get back in the ring. Don't say someone is the greatest of all time. Only call what's on the monitor. And there's even words to fucking avoid, including belt or strap, the business, industry, feud, war, performance, house show live event, backstage, in the back, pro wrestling, pro wrestler, international. Instead, use the word global. What's the fucking difference? You can't use the term DQ. Why? It's a fucking fundamental part of wrestling. Also, you can't use the word interesting. God knows why. And you can't use the word hospital. You have to say medical place or medical facility. You can't use pronouns. Why? You always have to ask questions and describe the environment, and for the love of Christ, don't scream. And you have to be conversational, like being at a bar. Because that's why you get the god-awful commentary you get now. And also, you gotta tell some stories, damn it.
So, the commentary team are basically going to be silent for every fucking broadcast, because I'm trying to think of ways that they can work around these, and it's, as they are now, not fucking possible.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to have to do this to you again, Andy, but can you read out some of those specific ones that we can maybe talk about here? Because there's just a phenomenal list of things here.
Yeah. Which would you like? The words to avoid? Because they're fucking
Yeah, let's
gems
just go
here.
through the words to avoid list and then see why they're so fucking ridiculous.
Okay. Let's go with hospital.
That's what it's fucking called! Where's he going? Oh, he's going to the medical facility. Do you mean the hospital? Yes, because it's called a fucking hospital!
Yeah, I don't get that. What
are you gonna have an ambulance match? What's it gonna be called? A medical facility car match? That's ridiculous!
Okay, the next word I want to point out is interesting.
Yeah, that's a regular word to use.
No, I know why, and I actually think that's actually true, because nothing, and I want to repeat this, nothing on WWE programming is interesting. So that's why the word is banned. Because if they try to use it, I think JBL will probably just yell at Michael 15 times, have some kind of aneurysm and just explode. And that would be that. You know, it's like...
But the word interesting is a good word to use to describe a wrestling match. Why are you gonna ban a word that would easily put over the fucking product?
No, you can't say that. You can't say pro wrestling. You're not allowed to say that.
Because it's not pro wrestling, it's sports entertainment. It's that and the avoidance of the word belt that has always been a thing, especially with Vince McMahon. It's like, okay, a belt holds up your pants, I get that. A wrestling championship will not hold up your pants. But, it's a belt, isn't it? It's the closest thing to a belt than it is to any other accessory on the human body.
UFC and boxing say belt. I don't understand what the problem is It's
Because
technically
they're not
a belt.
sports entertainment, Andy. Everything has to
It's
be
a
unique.
belt, for fuck. It's a motherfucking belt.
It's not
okay?
a belt, it's a
Deal with it.
championship title.
Deal with it, Vince. It's a belt. Also, the fact they can't use the word international bogs my mind, but they can use a word that is literally, if I click on this Word document, if I right click synonyms on international, literally, the first thing that comes up right at the top is global. So, quite frankly, don't use the word international and use global. It's the most anal thing I think I've ever heard in my fucking life.
Like, I really want to know what the fucking motivation is behind the choice of these words, because there doesn't seem to be any, does there?
Like, international, use the word global instead.
No, use the word
What's the
word
difference?
intercontinental, because it's named after one of our shit belts. Oh, sorry, championship title.
But it's like, okay, don't swear. That's fair enough. You're on live TV. I can
Only those who
understand
have
that.
microphones in their hands can swear.
But where it's like, don't call the obvious. So instead of saying the ref is counting to 10, you have to say he needs to get back in the ring. Like,
How is that not obvious?
yeah, that's the same thing. Like, that's also
This
obvious.
is just
like,
insulting.
But I don't understand what they're trying to get at, because both of them are obvious. If he doesn't get in the ring, he's lost. And the ref is counting to 10, that's also obvious.
Also, does not calling the obvious...
If you don't state the obvious, it's like, they're on the outside. Oh wait, that's obvious. One of them's in the ring. Oh wait, that's obvious.
Not even that. They do a poor job of it now. How the fuck are they going to tell us what the move is that they're executing? Oh, what a maneuver! Oh, what a move! Oh, he's on the top rope, what a move!
Okay, there's a reason why people take the piss out of Vince being on commentary all those years.
Because he was shit at commentary.
It's shit like this.
Yeah, exactly,
Right.
and he's the
What
one
a maneuver!
He's the one screaming into these people's ears from the headset, being like, "You can't be interesting, damn it! It's not a hospital! It's a championship title!" It's like,
I would go insane if I had a guy shouting in my ear going, "Whatever you do, don't say belt." I would say belt for a laugh. Just fuck him. Like, and I'm currently wearing a belt.
and I'm gonna visit this interesting hospital that's on international waters. What the fuck? And it's like...
But it's like, don't use pronouns.
How?
So
How do you not
can't
use pronouns?
Right, so you can't use the word he, she,
Him,
it.
her, they,
Right,
their.
so wait a minute. So you can't use the basics of the English fucking language?
You have to,
What the
You have
fuck?
to address them by their name all of the time.
That's not how sentences
Are you on a
work!
fucking Brian Lee O'Malley comic strip? That's not how people fucking talk. Oh, Seth
not
Rollins
just
on the
that.
outside. Seth Rollins is going to the top. A brilliant maneuver from Seth Rollins. It's like...
But that's the problem. It's not even that. That's not even how the fucking English language works. You can't do that, because it sounds stupid. And it doesn't make any sense. You're supposed to go he, she, it, they afterwards. You don't fucking go, Vince McMahon is a dickhead. Vince McMahon is a dickhead because Vince McMahon is a twat because Vince McMahon doesn't understand the English language.
No.
Vince
That's
McMahon...
stating the obvious. You can't do that anymore.
Ah, you see, damn it, I can't do that either. What the fuck?
What
Seriously?
other things are they not allowed to do? Because we've already gone down the list of specific words. Are there anything else that they can't do?
They can't scream, which I can't understand.
Okay, so Jerry Lawler is instantly out forever.
Yeah, and also, can you imagine if, when Mankind was thrown off the Hell in a
By
Cell...
God Almighty, it killed him. He's dead now.
No, you can't say him! You can't say him!
By God Almighty, Mankind, he killed Mankind.
You can't say killed, because you can't say anything that's violent.
As the international hospital is my witness, his belt is broken in half.
You can't say hospital, and you can't say international.
It's like...
And you need to tell a story! You're not telling, you're just being obvious!
I get that it's a different era now, and we can't have commentary like Jim Ross back in the late 1990s. I get that. It's not the Attitude Era anymore, it's certainly not the Ruthless Aggression Era anymore, it's this reality era we're in. But
which is barely reality, but whatever.
If you're gonna make the commentators avoid certain words and use certain phrases instead of others, at least make it sound natural.
Yeah, that's kind of what makes the best commentary team in any sport right now is Mike Goldberg and Joe Rogan in UFC. Because
I would potentially say the Ring of Honor announced team is probably the best, but I can see where you're coming from with this. Go on, explain.
Right. Because Mike Goldberg is kind of the play-by-play. But the best thing about Joe Rogan is you don't have to be a UFC fan to watch a UFC event to understand what's going on. If somebody takes somebody down and gets them in some kind of jiu-jitsu fucking thing, Joe Rogan will explain the intricacies as to what's going on, why what's happening is happening. He will call everything like he sees it, and they will just say things, and they're not fucking restricted by stupid words or phrases they can and can't say. The only thing that they can do, the only thing that they can't do is swear, which is fair enough. Joe Rogan shouts, screams, he goes mental when somebody gets knocked the fuck out, because that is the normal reaction to someone being knocked out, or their arm is broken, or I don't know,
They're in a UFC fight in the first fucking place. I would be screaming if I witnessed it.
That is the natural thing to do. Compare this with WWE. UFC they're not conversational. Like, they might tell one or two jokes every now and then, but it's not a fucking constant thing going, Machel, and fucking Booker T going, I don't know who this guy is. Like, it's just absolute shit. And they don't call what's going on in the ring. It's just to basically, I can only imagine, it's just to pop Vince McMahon and just go, ha, it's hilarious. Like, and to 99.9% of the entire human race, it is unbearable to listen to. I can't watch, one of the reasons I can't watch Raw is because it's 3 hours of nonsensical shit. JBL is the fucking worst. Booker T just wants to put over his new book or whatever the fuck he's doing. Cole is actually at his best at the moment.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would say that Cole is actually the least offensive of the entire fucking team. And Byron Saxton, he's good when he's not on the same fucking team as JBL.
Yeah, JBL, I think, is the root of all
He needs to fucking go. And I never thought I would say that about JBL, because I always thought he was one of the greatest heels of all time, period. As a commentator, he fucking sucks.
Okay, here's the problem. When he was on SmackDown all those years ago, he was good. He actually was pretty decent. The problem is that I think he took all that ego and all that shit with him and hasn't really developed. He hasn't really gotten any better. He just yells out Michael all the time, and he just yells out innate things that don't add to what's going on.
That's not even the biggest problem. That's not even the biggest problem. The biggest problem is that he's meant to be a heel commentator, right? But he's the biggest John Cena fanboy I've ever fucking seen on commentary. He's worse than The Miz, his number one fanboy, Michael Cole, back in 2011. Everyone remembers that. Everyone remembers how god-awful that was.
The problem... But it's not just that. He does yell out nonsensical bollocks that just
we got a flying walker!
Add anything.
Like, what?
Exactly. It's dumb shit. Just, I can't deal with it anymore. He's bad. Just go away. Like, he's not even... He just has this stupid smile on his face all the fucking time. I just want to slap. He's not even good.
I think Christian said it best. He's like David Spade in a fat suit. That's all he is.
And there's better announcers on your roster, so I don't understand why you still have this guy who adds nothing.
And don't get us wrong, we're not on the whole JBL hate bandwagon for absolutely no reason. Well, maybe we are, but there is, like, a source of this. If you go watch The Beast in the East Network special, on there is Michael Cole and Byron Saxton doing commentary. Yes. Saxton on there does a pretty good fucking job, if I do say so myself. If you watch Raw, he's being talked down to constantly, he's always being cut off by JBL, and you have to get Titus O'Neil in on your commentary to fucking make JBL shut the fuck up by pointing out that he's not hot shit. It's like, it's a big problem, and you're not addressing it.
And all JBL wants to do is just get himself over. That's all he wants to do. And it fucking ruins the entire fucking commentary. It ruins the show. It ruins the product. It ruins everything. He's just a fucking tool in a cowboy hat. Fuck him.
That's all we can really say about it, really, but,
Please go away. If they just purged more of JBL...
Hang on. Was that JBL's theme?
Yes.
Oh my fucking god, that was so bad. That was terrible.
Bad.
Do it again.
Bad.
Do it again.
No.
Do it again.
No, you said
Do
it
it
was
again.
bad. I'm not doing it
Alright,
again.
fine, fuck you. We might as well move on.
That's
I'm
JBL's thing.
swerved now, what the fuck?
Random cowboy bells. Ding 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 ding. You see, shit. Right, the point is...
What's the next fucking article? I think we're done with the announcements.
I was gonna say get rid of JBL, Big Show and Kane, and the world would be a happier place.
Yes.
On Raw. Not like in live, because that'd be weird, but like, just get them off my fucking TV, that'd be
I
great.
concur.
What's the next bit of news, Sam?
Well, for those who are fans of Japanese pro wrestling, New Japan Pro Wrestling
I am not.
had their, Dominion 7.5 event, and it was recently held in,
wait, what? Okay, how can it be half an event?
Don't ask me why. Dominion 7.5 in Osaka-jo Hall was held in Japan, and the main event featured Kazuchika Okada defeating AJ Styles in the main event to win the IWGP Heavyweight Championship.
Wait, hasn't AJ Styles just won back that belt?
No.
Oh.
Well, kind of. This is I believe it's his fourth defense in the title that he lost it to Okada. And essentially, these two have been feuding for about a year now, so this is maybe the, big climax to that entire feud, but, the finish to this match is hands down one of the most amazing things I've ever seen, not just in wrestling, but with my eyeballs. Like, in my entire fucking life, because these two have been feuding for so long, they've built up this entire fucking story where it's like, they know all of their moves, they know how to counter them perfectly. The finishing sequence to this, my god, I'll put in a gif of it now so you can fucking see. It's just mind-blowing how these two can actually execute such a decent match.
What is it?
Imagine straight up like 2 solid minutes of reversal, flip, spin round, around each other's bodies. And, my god, I can believe it when Okada put down Styles to get the belt. It's a decisive victory, and that's the best way that you can end a pay-per-view, in my opinion, which is something the WWE can learn.
So it's not finisher kick out, finisher kick out, finisher
Oh,
kick
no,
out,
no, no, no,
finisher
no,
kick
no.
out, finisher kick out, finisher kick out.
That's a very rare thing to see in Japan. Essentially, what they do with their finishers, at the very least, is that they don't do them the one time. They do them multiple times, so that you can finish the fucking match, and make it believable. But yes, I will give my main event to this, I'll give my rating for this main event to be 5 stars, essentially. Other matches that were featured on the card include, Hiroki Goto defeating Shinsuke Nakamura to retain the Intercontinental title. You had Tanahashi defeating Yano. The Bullet Club regained the IWGP Tag Team titles from the Kingdom after Dark Gallows super kicked Maria Kanellis.
That's not nice.
No. Then again, that storyline isn't too good right now. What else happened? Makabe defeated Ishii for the, Never Openweight Championship. He retained that. Kushida.
I'm still confused by that name.
What do you mean?
Never.
It's an acronym, dude. Anyway.
I know it's an acronym. I know. Move on.
Kushida beat Kenny Omega, who was accompanied by the Young Bucks, for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. And that was a fucking amazing match. He made Kenny Omega tap out, which is very interesting, considering how Kenny Omega has been on quite the roll in New Japan lately, defeating what he would like to call garbage from across the world. Katsuyori Shibata defeated Kazushi Sakuraba. Naito and Honma defeated the Bullet Club. The Young Bucks retained their IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag titles against Red Dragon and Roppongi Vice. All in all, a good event, said to be one of New Japan's best this year, and much better than Beast in the East, which I can agree with.
I need to get into New Japan.
You really do, Andy. I will say, you've said before that you're not too in love with wrestling right now. Watch this show.
How can I watch it?
You can watch it legally on New Japan World, or you can go and torrent it.
I don't want to do that. I can't be bothered.
Well, then you fucking suck, Andy.
How much is New Japan World?
I don't know. I'm not subscribed.
Anyway, okay, everyone watch New Japan.
Yeah, New Japan Pro Wrestling put on a solid event. I thought it was worth talking about because some of the personnel here have been announced for Jeff Jarrett's Global Force Wrestling promotion.
By the way, that thing is not a wrestling company.
It is, though.
No, I think it's always been work, and it was always a part of TNA.
No, because that would imply that TNA is clever and can book storylines when they really can't.
But the thing is, like, this invasion angle is not good for TNA.
It's like, not. Then hang on. Well, who said anything about an invasion angle?
They're doing an invasion.
Oh, just because GFW is signing a load of TNA wrestlers, they're automatically doing an invasion.
Yes, that's the talk. They're doing an invasion.
That's the talk. It's not actually happened yet.
Mr. David Meltzer said that.
Okay, is Meltzer 100% right all the time?
But David is David. David is like our version of Jesus.
I know, I get that, but he's not 100% right all of the time, so until it happens, a rumour is a rumour, so...
Okay, well, fine.
But I will say GFW's partnership with TNA is questionable because we'll be the first to say that TNA is a fucking terrible company and no one should ever partner with it at all and that it should die immediately. But if anything, this is providing certain wrestlers with a somewhat secure future should the company fold within the next couple of months, and I'm happy for that.
I mean, I'm happy, but like, I don't understand why TNA would think partnering with this company is a good idea. Because if anything, the only company that is going to benefit from this is Global Force. That's it. Global Force will be the only company that's going to benefit from this at all. Like that TNA is it's not a sinking ship at this point. It's literally like, you know when the Titanic breaks off in two bits?
Of course.
The first bit's gone down, and the second bit is now just sinking, and like, Jack and Rose are like going, alright, well, we better fucking breathe in, because that's basically TNA at this point. And like, Global Force is like the lifeboats. They're not like proper ships, but they're like lifeboats coming in to try and save...
Yeah, no, come on, finish this analogy, I want to hear.
This fucking sinking ship that's called TNA, because... Global Force, quite frankly, is not really a wrestling company at this point, because all they've done is shows. All they've done is shows at minor league or little league or some shitty league baseball arenas, and they can fill up about less than a third of them. So they're not really. And
they have
Scott Steiner.
3 settings of TV tapings coming up. One of them at the end of this month. They have a fully fledged
with
roster.
no television deal.
They have a fully fledged roster. And if they're taping for TV, they have something in the fucking pipeline.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me if they didn't.
Okay, so you don't even know.
I'm just saying. It's suspect and strange.
I'm saying that they're a proper company, and I'm actually looking forward to seeing what they can do with the talent that they've officially signed.
They're not a proper company.
You don't know that.
I do.
No, you don't.
Until I see a TV show... And Don West and fucking, I don't know, someone else is going, welcome to Global Force Wrestling! Chael Sonnen turns up and goes, welcome to Global Force Wrestling, I'm Chael Sonnen, and my broadcast partner is, I can say Chael Sonnen's name right! Damn it, and I'm Don West. Hello, welcome to Global Force Wrestling. He does not talk like that. Hello, and welcome to Global Force Wrestling!
There you go. That's how Don West.
I'm Don West! If that happens, then you have a company. But until that day comes, you don't have a company. You have TNA Light. That's green.
Well, whatever. I have high hopes for it myself. I can't speak for Andy here, but I'm looking forward to seeing what they've got in the pipeline.
I don't. They just sell Slapnuts t-shirts.
They gotta sell something.
Slappy! What a wank. What a terrible gimmick that was. Anyway, have you got any more news?
No, I'm all down to you here, buddy.
Oh god, I've run out of news. Slappy!
Okay, we're gonna cut to when we find some more news. And we're back with more news.
Make it boo, make it boo, make it $1 million news, make it news.
Yes, amazing. Rumor has it that 2 NXT Divas are gonna be moving up to the main roster relatively soon.
Hooray!
Charlotte and Sasha Banks.
Hooray!
Now, Andy, you watch Raw, yeah?
Yes, I sadly do, and I don't want to anymore. If somebody else could take over the Raw thingy, that'd be great.
Yes, you do. And you know this god-awful Divas storyline they have right now with Paige versus the entire Divas locker room?
Yes!
Specifically the Bellas.
Yes!
Well, it is.
Make it stop.
Well, it is. They're bringing in Charlotte and Sasha Banks to do
Woohoo!
a 6 Diva tag team match at SummerSlam. With
Oh, thank you,
the
God.
Bella Twins and Alicia Fox competing against Paige, Charlotte, and Sasha Banks. Now, we need to stress, these are just rumors at this point. We don't know if it's official or not. All we can say is, please.
Please, God.
Please, for the love of God, because
Let it be
Ric Flair
true.
has said himself that Charlotte has been ready to move up for months. And I agree.
Oh, God. Well, here is the only concern I have.
What's that?
It's Raw.
What's
Its
wrong with Raw?
writers and creative team are completely different to NXT.
Very true.
They have a habit of fucking up NXT people.
50-50 split on that one.
Yeah, but they have fucked up some NXT people. Like,
We've also done pretty good with other NXT people, so
it's hit and miss.
it is very hit and miss, okay.
So, I wouldn't get your hopes up, but this could potentially be the groundbreaking thing that this division that has been a victim of sexism and a victim of just fucking ignorance and fucking, I don't know what else, just malpractice for so long.
The way I see it, these women are going to be on Raw eventually. If they're ready now, do it now. And now, apparently the only reason they haven't been moved up yet is because creative is waiting for the right story and the right moment. If this isn't it, you're probably not going to have one for the next half a year, so do it now.
Paige must, this has to happen, because Paige is going to be like, well, the entire Raw fucking people hate me, but you know what? No one likes you fuckers anyway, so instead I'm going to bring up these two, who everyone likes.
Yeah, exactly. And
So,
the way that I see it, they've done great with Kevin Owens, who held the NXT Championship whilst being on Raw. Sasha Banks can easily hold the women's title while she's up, so that's not a problem. And some people are going to be worried about, oh, well, if they move up, what's going to happen with NXT? NXT, I think, will be fine. Provided these two don't just go up to Raw and then leave NXT forever. Like, that can't happen at this junction, because Bayley has a broken arm. Becky Lynch is out of action also for a couple of weeks. So you're pretty much left with Alexa Bliss and Carmella.
and Dana Brooke.
Oh, fuck, I forgot
And
Dana
Emma.
Brooke. No. Oh my god.
Yeah, Dana Brooke is disgusting.
Oh, she's not disgusting. Calm down.
She's not good.
No, you know
Like,
what she is.
I mean,
you know
just
what
like-
she is? She's Scott Steiner. She's female Scott Steiner.
Her belly button is weird. And I can't talk, I have an outie as well, so.
Is that really your only criticism of this woman?
She also can't
Not
talk.
the awkward, not
very
the
well.
awkward body gestures, not the weird promo
Yeah, it's-
cutting her belly button. That's your main fucking criticism of this woman.
No, she isn't ready. Well, it's a developmental, for Christ's sake, so
Yeah,
I'm not
exactly.
gonna be
it's,
like...
it's not like it's meant to be a preview of what's to come. She's learning.
She has potential to be great.
Yeah. She has half
But
of the
I
people
don't
on her
see it
side,
right
and she
now.
has half the people hating her. So at least she's getting a reaction.
Alexa Bliss is amazing.
Oh god, yes. I've never been a fan of Carmella, but I will say recently she has definitely improved, and I would be fine seeing
Yeah.
her regularly on NXT.
And who's left? Emma.
Yeah.
I like serious Emma. I don't like. I think I might have a problem, Emma.
I think I might have a problem.
Like,
That's the
I
official
dance,
name of the gimmick.
I dance like I think I have some kind of learning difficulty.
Oh
like,
no.
I don't think.
No,
What?
don't turn into Liam and be controversial for the sake of being controversial, okay?
I'm not.
Emma does not
But
have a learning disease.
That is what right. She liked Bubbles and stuff.
Who doesn't
I'm
like
just saying-
Bubbles?
I love Bubbles.
I love Bubbles.
But that's not the point.
But what's the
Bubbles was
fucking
not-
point, Andy?
The fucking point of that was bubbled. There is no
Oh, for
point.
fuck's sake, Andy. But anyway, main point being, NXT I think would be okay, but they definitely need the power right now. And provided that Sasha Banks and Charlotte, two of the strongest women in the division, stay on NXT whilst appearing on Raw, like what Kevin Owens has done, it should be fine. And for the love of fuck, this whole main roster Divas storyline is so bad.
Yeah, I hate it. It's really.
It's like,
crap.
okay, Alicia Fox and Paige, on Total Divas at least, are best friends. Are you really gonna expect me to believe that Alicia has just turned heel and sided with the Bellas for literally no reason?
And the problem with it is as well. It's like the feud is based on no one likes the Bellas because they're crap,
Well, it's not that they're crap, it's that they're
they're
dominating
playing
the
up-
division.
and no one likes that. They have go away heat. They don't have. They have why faces one week and heels the other kind of heat. Like fuck off, go away kind of heat.
That isn't
And they're
really, that
playing
isn't
up to
really
that.
their fault, to be fair, that's just bad booking.
Okay, yes, it's terrible booking, but their booking is using that. Like they're playing up to that. That's not good.
Very good point.
So they're not terrible by any stretch of the imagination. I think they've improved.
Oh, of course they've improved since
first
last
run.
year. I mean, last year they hit fucking rock bottom with the whole bringing up Bella and Nikki vs. Brie storyline, which I have very
God.
outspokenly hated. But
But-
they've improved. Not by leaps and bounds, but... I mean,
I just don't know why.
Nikki
they're
has
even
come
on
out and said
TV.
that she's in fact wrestling injured, which explains why she literally never wrestles outside of a pay-per-view nowadays. And there are all these fucking rumours online that she's only holding on to the Divas title so they could wipe off AJ from the record books. But it's always been a hot topic with these two. And it's like, okay, I'm not a fan of the Bellas, but I respect what they're doing for the division, kind of, but they really,
No.
really, really, really need to just ease up a little bit. And it's difficult when your division has like 15 people in it, so you don't have a mid-card, you don't have a tag division, not like with the main roster where main eventer guys can cool down, hang about in the mid-card and put over people like John Cena. You can't do that in the Divas division, so you need to, I don't know, take a break. You did it before in like 2011, 2012, whenever you fucked off for about a year. Do that again.
I would like that. I don't. I have.
Oh, and I hate their
no-
theme song. Fuck their theme song.
You can't look back.
They've had that theme song for like, how long? 8 years? 8 years? That's way too long.
Yeah, when they were faces and they were coming out to that, I don't understand how that's a face theme. That's like I hear voices in my head. That's not a face thing to be thinking. If I was walking down the street and someone came up to me and went, you know what, I hear voices in my head. They talk to me. They counsel me. They talk to me. I'd be
They
like,
tell me to
right, I'll
donate
call the
to
police.
charity.
What?
They could be good voices, man. You don't know.
Mm,
They could be good voices. They might not be saying, kill Andy Kwan. They could be saying, donate to charity to help people like Andy Kwan.
But I'm not a fucking charity case. What the fuck?
Well,
Just because the streak exists, what kind of charity? We're not saying up. Don't fucking Photoshop saying Andy Kwan charity, registered charity, number 1, 2, 3, 4,
too late.
number of
Too
days.
late.
Fuck off. Right, the point is,
Yeah, what's the fucking point of this?
I don't know what we're talking about.
Divas.
anymore.
Help the division. Bring up the good people.
Yes, bring up some new people for Christ's sake, and who are actually better. And I'm not being mean to the Bellas because they have improved, but they're not as good as Paige. They're not as good as Sasha Banks or Charlotte. They're not as good. I'm sorry, it's true. When the Divas on NXT put on the match of the night, can the Bellas do that? And Paige?
Some might argue that's a case of opportunities being available as opposed to just in-ring ability.
But they're getting longer matches now.
They are, because Vince is finally wising up and being like, oh, women! They need time!
They're equal! Who knew?
This coming from the guy who didn't know what Asian porn was.
What?
Have you not heard this story? For the longest time, Vince McMahon had no idea that Asian porn existed.
Okay, wait. Sam.
Jim Ross has said this. Jim Ross basically was talking with Vince McMahon around the time that Gail Kim, we all remember Gail Kim, right? When she was signed. And Vince was like, she's Asian. I don't know about this. And then Jim Ross was like, no, loads of men find Asian women attractive. There is Asian porn out there. And then Vince McMahon was like, what? Seriously? No, get out of here. It's like, this guy is the be-all, end-all of the company. And he's just stupid sometimes. And he has no sense.
I am in so much pain in my head. Right, okay. Wait, what? What? That hurts my head, and I'm not giving away my preference to women, but what the fuck, Vince?
Exactly. And I think that's the best note we could end the show on.
See, that's because he was confused because he actually found that interesting. And he can't say interesting.
He can only say medical facility.
And if it's Asian, that's too obvious.
No, you can't say Asian, you have to say intercontinental.
It's international.
Exactly. Or global.
Oh no, wait, you
It's
can't say that.
global.
It's global. Christ, I've had enough
Like
of
that
this.
other
I'm
wrestling
going now.
company that we're pretending doesn't exist, because it kind of doesn't, according to most people.
It doesn't. It's just a house show.
Anyway, I think we're done here.
Right, I can't talk about wrestling anymore, so expect me not to be on here for another 6 months. I've been Andy Quad.
Oh god, I'm Sam Brooks, and I've been lumped with about 2 times more work now. Thanks, Andy.
I'm kidding, I'll be here next week.
Oh, hooray, finally. Well, Liam, we don't know. Maybe. We'll see. Join
And
in
with me as
next
always.
time.
Goodbye.
And with me as always, goodbye. Yep, brilliant. Perfect outro, Andy.
Yeah, well, that's how.
Don't sing the theme. You don't need to sing the theme whilst the theme's playing. Said stop. But we have to keep talking because we haven't made out with the song.
But I don't understand.